Troy J. Hines, and it is time for another episode of H.A.N.D.S, the acronym standing for Human Aggression Naturally Developed for Sport, and this is the rebirth of the sweet science. Firstly, I'd like to thank everyone that tuned into Program 9.0, the prediction, Pacquiao versus Cotto. I am still really looking forward to this fight. Your comments were sincerely appreciated. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hang out with us on Twitter. You'll find us at H.A.N.D.S Boxing Show at twitter.com. If you haven't had the pleasure of listening to the interview between R.A. the Ruggen Man and Floyd Mayweather Jr., please check my favorites below. It will give you a little more insight into what this vid is all about. Egomania, perceptions of a prize fighter. Many boxing pundits would argue that it is an impossible task to further inflate the ego of Floyd Mayweather Jr. At the dismay of many pretty boy haters, I would like to give it a try. The most powerful meta tag for boxing in the internet world is, you guessed it, Mayweather. Did I succeed? In the words of Kanye West, another egomaniacal genius, I got a big ego, ha ha ha, I'm such a big ego, ha ha ha, I got a big, ha ha ha, ego, she loved my big, ha ha ha, ego. Yes, Floyd Mayweather Jr. has a big ego. Colossal. Boxing fans in many ways are similar to NASCAR fans, true fanatics who support their favorites. The difference is that we admit we watch boxing to see another man lying peacefully on the canvas, while many NASCAR fans will not admit that they watch auto racing for the crashes. Floyd Mayweather Jr. has crashed himself into the cast as the principal antagonist in the theater of modern prize fight. Networks, promoters, media, advertisers, governing bodies, attorneys, and last but not least, fighters are cast in this production we call boxing. We can berate him for not being the throwback we would like him to be by not fighting every single fighter in his division, or we can celebrate what our grandchildren will not see live. Mayweather, the antagonist. A post-Y2K bad boy who has all but mastered every skill set in boxing minus an above average knockout percentage, 62.5%. In an attempt to be objective, I separate my immediate influenced opinion of the man from what he accomplishes in that 20-by-20 arena. In my opinion, antagonists are necessary to the success of any story, and those perceived malevolent components fuel the fire. Cowboys have Indians, David has Goliath, and Reagan had the war on drugs. One of the latest sizzling episodes of Egomania came by way of what may stand to be a timeless interview of Money May by R.A. the Ruggen Man. Mr. Rugged successfully aggravated the pound-for-pound champion by needling all of the right hot buttons and goading Mayweather to shift into Egomania mode. Larry Merchant and Brian Kenny provided the blueprint. The interview, while genius and entertaining, was not shocking if you understand the psycho-sociological makeup of many prize fighters. Pugilists make their living through the effective use of aggression, whereby aggression is not only acceptable, it's the rule. Most boxers are socialized in neighborhoods where diplomacy is viewed as weak, whereas force is the most powerful tool utilized to gain a rep. We see this socio-behavioral pattern manifest itself physically in the ring, and oftentimes verbally in press conferences, interviews, etc. Ironically, these same outbursts that we criticize as fans provide entertaining buildup that eventually translates into millions in pay-per-view dollars. Mr. Rugged's interview may serve as a unique catalyst to increase the desire for Mayweather to fight all comers. I too would love to see a Sugar Ray Robinson-esque Floyd Mayweather, if for only my own selfish reasons. Blood. But boxing has changed, and the onus of our bereavement does not fall onto one fighter alone, even if his name is Floyd Mayweather Jr. Fighters emphasize who they are and what they do by donning themselves with nicknames like the Brown Bomber, the Rock from Brockton, Marvelous, Sugar, Manos de Piedra, and yes, Money May. Boxing is the business that Floyd Mayweather Jr. knows best, as the seeds of success were planted figuratively and literally by Mayweather Sr. It seems as though genetics and skills have meshed harmoniously, while the perceived discord with so many boxing fans is in the personality of the fighter. So what is the antagonist missing to solidify his place amongst the greats of pugilism? It's simple. A protagonist. Marquez, while arguably still in the top 5 pound for pound, proved to be no more than a tune-up bout for the unbelievably gifted fighter from the D. Oscar De La Hoya was formerly cast in that role, but the aging golden boy could not deliver physically what the marketing campaigns and pay-per-view buys did financially. Perhaps on November 14th, a qualified protagonist will emerge for Team Mayweather. A humble and soft-spoken, politically correct champion in his prime. The anti-ego. Or not. This is Troy J. Hines. This is H.A.N.D.S Boxing. Stick and move.
fight, I don't need to get punched.
Really? Think, just blink, and I've made 1,000,000 rhymes. Just imagine if you blink 1,000,000 times. Damn, I'd be paid. I got it made. I got it made. I got it.